this is Tracey Walker here, and today I wanted to share something with you that is very, very important, and I want you to go into the new year totally getting this information so that you can set things up correctly for yourself as it relates to the way that you interact with other professionals in the industry that are helping you along your journey to achieving so much greatness and so much success here on the internet. So, from time to time I run into people, whether they call me or they send me email messages or whatever it may be, and sometimes they're a little disgruntled, okay? To be perfectly honest with you, everything is not hunky-dory on the internet, and sometimes people are unhappy with things, and I'm not even talking about purchases. I'm just talking about people that don't like your autoresponder messages, or people who have tried to call you a couple times and couldn't get you. And, I wanted to kind of address this issue in a very, very positive way, but also being very frank and being very direct with what this is we are doing, okay? Number one, let me start by saying that we are all professionals. We are professionals in this industry, and as professionals, we must conduct ourselves as such. And as far as our compensation is concerned, clearly, the more value that you believe that you have in the marketplace, the more of a value that you're going to place on yourself, your time, your services. The more that you outsource, you're going to start to realize that your time is extremely valuable, and things that you can actually have other people do so that you can get paid for what you get paid to do, the creativity side of things and the overall, the CEO-ology of it, if you will, then you'll realize sooner than later that you're probably worth a lot more than what you give yourself credit for. As a result, when it comes down to speaking with people on a regular basis or back and forth email, the reality is that if you are doing what you need to be doing in your business, you're just not going to have that type of time to actually respond to any and everyone that sends you an email, okay? You're not going to have the time to call back every single person that literally calls you with no real reason why they're calling other than, hey, I just want to talk to you, and I want to know if you can, something random or whatever, okay? The bottom line is this. In an industry of professionals, we must treat each other, we must treat other people as if their time is extremely valuable, because if they're cool with themselves and they understand what they're doing, they're going to treat their time extremely valuable. And so we must do the same thing with them and put that in high regard, and make sure that when we're contacting people, we have an explicit reason why we're contacting someone. We want a specific question answered, or we're seeking a specific solution to a problem that we know, that is documented, that we can address very, very quickly and get it over. The one thing that I experience the most is people just want to talk, but they don't really know what it is that they want to talk about. They don't really know. They have no idea what's going on. And time goes on, I have to cut conversations off, and sometimes people get a little disgruntled. So I want to give you a little example here of how I see this business, how I see my business, how I believe that you should see your business. And once you see it this way, if you don't already, then you will start to place a higher dollar value associated with your time, especially once you realize that you have a value in the marketplace. So because this is a profession, okay, because this is a profession, we are paid. Right? We are paid in this profession. We are paid based on different things. In network marketing, we're paid on when we retail. We're paid on when we recruit people into our opportunities. We're also paid on, from an internet marketing side, products that we may create. We're also paid on affiliate programs that we may promote to generate income for us in the form of what we call maybe funded proposals or what have you. We are paid through coaching programs that we may put out on the market. We're paid through several different things, but the bottom line is that we are paid. We're not paid to talk on the phone, and we're not paid to respond to emails. Regardless of what the questions may be, we are not paid for that. And so what you'll find is that many people will try to address questions and concerns and things that are of value to the market in group settings, because the time is value better. If I can get on a webinar and teach 100 people one thing that is a problem in the marketplace, I'm going to do better. I'm going to have better leverage of my time as well as money than if I try to teach each and every individual person, the same concept, but that's 100 times. And if I have spend 15 minutes with each person, that's ridiculous. There's for free. Okay, we have to put food on the table. Let me keep in mind that yes, we are definitely giving value to the market, and there's tons of free information I have out there. It's not like I don't have any free information. It's not like a lot of the other leaders don't have any free information. There's tons of free information. But when you decide that you've looked at all that and you still need to speak with someone, you got to come to the table with something. You got to be ready to give something in exchange. This is a transaction. Okay, if there's information I know, you got to be willing to exchange something for that. That's called business. Okay, so I want you to look at it from this perspective. It's going to be a very brief example. But I love basketball. You guys know my whole dribble, pass, shoot theory. Okay, and hopefully if you don't know what it is, just think about it for a second. In terms of business, you got to learn how to dribble first. You got to learn how to pass first. You got to learn how to shoot first before you start doing fancy stuff between the legs, alley-oop, and all these different no-look passes. Okay, in your business, you need to learn the basics, and then you can start to build on that from that foundation. So because I love basketball, I'm going to give it to you like this. Okay. So we're going to do who was my favorite coach before he went to the Lakers, Coach Phil Jackson, Chicago, right? So we've got Phil Jackson, right? And let's just say we have any name marketer. Okay, put your name here, put my name here, put whoever's name you want to put there, but you get the point. This is the Phil Jackson side, and this is our industry side, okay? And Phil Jackson is what we call an NBA coach, right? And this person may be a network marketing coach. Network marketing coach. Okay? So, Phil Jackson is an NBA coach, and this person is a network marketing coach. Now, let me just share something with you here. The network marketing coach, for some reason on the internet, because they are labeled as a coach, people in the market think that they are just everybody's coach for any reason at any time, and any information that they want can be given to them when they request it, at whatever time they request it, at no cost. Okay? But Phil Jackson is an NBA coach, but nobody treats him that way. Right? Nobody treats Phil Jackson that way. He's an NBA coach. He's a coach in the league. This is a network marketing coach. This person is a coach in the league. But this person, we all know that he is a coach for a specific team. And right now, that team is the Lakers. Right? He's an NBA coach, but he coaches one team. The Lakers. That's it. That's all. Okay? This person is an any name marketer, the network marketing coach, and they coach, and let's just, at the very, very basic level, one team. Okay? And that one team may be their MLM company. Okay? MLM co. We'll call it that. All right? So this is the leader of this team, and this is the leader of this team. Now, if you watch Phil Jackson, and you know all the things that he does, he has the whole triangle offense, right? Okay, so we got that. And there might be some type of little strategy over here that this person has on their team, some type of system, okay? And this is a system. All right? And this system works. This system is proven to work. It's worked with different teams, with different people. Championships have been won, and we know it is a proven, right? And this person has a proven system too. Okay? So now we're equal here. Now, if you like Phil Jackson and you play basketball and you're in the NBA and you play, let's say, for the Bulls at this point, right? And you like Phil Jackson's style, you cannot decide that you want to work with Phil Jackson but still play for the Bulls. You cannot still work with Phil Jackson. You cannot still play for the Bulls and work with Phil Jackson. Your coach is whoever the Bulls coach is. Okay? Phil Jackson coaches the Lakers. Okay? So now if you're another player in the NBA and you know that Phil Jackson knows how to get rings, and you know that this team knows how to get rings, and you know that this team is cohesive and they do what they got to do and they're killers, right? You love them to death and they win championships, and you want to work with that team, you cannot call up Phil Jackson, being a member of the Bulls, and want Phil Jackson to coach you on his triangle offense for free. It ain't going to happen. Only one thing can take place. You can either try to get traded to the Bulls, traded to the Lakers, quit, I guess, the Bulls, or try out for the Lakers, or whatever it is. The bottom line is that you need to be on the Lakers in order to get his strategy. and what they have going on. You cannot stay on the Bulls. You can't love the Bulls that much, but love Phil Jackson just as much, and decide that you want this man to now come outside of where he spends his team and where he gets paid to come over here and help you with the Bulls, unless he's giving a camp or some type of training that he's giving to all the players in the NBA, and you come out to it. Okay, but now let's talk about what happens over here in the network marketing side. The network marketing side, this person's the coach, this person has a proven system, okay, whatever that is, and you are a member of 123 Co. Right? Now, 123 Co. You love this person. You know that this is something that they have worked. They have won championships. Leaders have been created. People are making money. Duplication is taking place. Lives are being changed. You can see it. You know it. You know that you deserve it. But you're here, okay? You cannot think that now this person is going to stop doing what they're doing in this arena to come over here and help you on your whole different team for free, okay? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense on the NBA side. It doesn't make sense on this side either. So what happens in this arena? What we do is we have coaching, right? We have webinars. We have all these different things. We have products, right? We have all these different tools that we use and things that we try to create. We try to create things that we are doing up here for people that are in different companies, and these are the resources available to the people, right? But what is the main problem? People don't want to buy the coaching. They don't want to buy the products or the web. They want to come to webinars. They don't want to buy the products. They don't want to buy the tools, and they don't want to join the company. They don't want to do any of that, but they want to call you and they want to ask you a whole bunch of questions and think that your time is invaluable. Guys, don't do people like that. Don't do people like that. This is a profession, and we are professionals. And when people are coaches of certain teams, you have to respect that they're coaches of certain teams. And if you honestly want to get in on the inside and you want to know what these people know, you got to join their team. You got to join their team. Now, if you choose not to join their team, that is okay too. But then you're going to have to utilize and purchase. You've not got to pay for that expertise. You can't get that expertise for free because you're not a member of the team. You're going to have to now pay for the resources that this person is taking time out of their team day to do to help other people in the league. Now, if you don't want to do this and you get mad about this, or you want to call this person all day, or you want to email this person all day, or you want to do whatever you want to do, and ultimately you are disgruntled, then the reality is that you're just going to have to be disgruntled because this is a profession. And the minute that you start acting as a professional and start treating your colleagues as professionals, and you start indicating that you are a person of value and that you are worth the time, that you are definitely a person that's looking for the assistance, and you're willing to, you understand there's a transaction that has to be made, but if you're not willing to make the number one transaction that makes your whole life easier, you have to be willing to make maybe just some other transactions. And even if you make all of these transactions, it doesn't mean that this person is still going to give all that time to you, because these are third party. This is third party. Okay, this is external. This is his team right here, but this is what you got going on over here. It's external. It's just a supplement. It's a supplement, okay? And supplements are good, and these are still buyers. And I tell you right now that anyone who has sold anything online, we are very, very grateful for our buyers of our products and our services that we share with the market from the knowledge that we've acquired, whether we come up with things or whether other people have taught us information. We're very, very grateful to have our buyers, but at the same time, we're very, very blessed to have our team members, and we cannot neglect the people who are taking an active stand to work with us directly for the people here just because they bought something. Okay, it's a dual type of situation, and we have to remember that this is why you're on the internet. You're on the internet to build this. Okay, you're on the internet to build this, and so are the coaches. The coaches want rings too. The coaches want championships too. Phil Jackson is the coach. He wants to win just like the players want to win. He does, no matter what. And he's going to do everything he can to make sure that this unit is together before any other thing has to take place. And it's the same thing here on the internet. We want to make sure that this unit is together before we start just going all out in the marketplace and all that type of stuff. This is supplemental, okay? So guys, I want you to go into the new year having a lot of respect for yourself, having a lot of value for your time, having a lot of respect for your mentors that you've chosen to follow, your mentors, the people, the coaches, all the people that you choose to follow and learn from, and all those wonderful things. Be very, very mindful and be respectful of their time, because at the end of the day, these people, unlike Phil Jackson, these people are building their business too. We're all the same. We're all the same over here, okay? We don't have a salary like these guys do over here, right? So we have to work in order to build, okay? And these guys get salary and they get bonuses and all that type of stuff, but they walk onto the court with a contract, okay? And generally over here we don't. We walk onto the court with a clean slate, and now we have to make our point starting from scratch. And everyone has a beneficial interest in the development of this group. So if you are with a company right now that you absolutely love, I highly recommend that you get with your upline and you start finding out what it is that they are doing, because it's to your benefit, it's to their benefit to share with you what's working for them, because they have a vested interest in you. However, if you have an upline that disappeared on you or don't want to do the internet or whatever, and you come and you find people like me or other people on the internet that are here to help you, please understand that we are in business and we have a team, okay? Just like you're on a team, we have a team, and a lot of us actually are involved in our companies, and we would love to have you so that we can show you what to do. But in any case, if you choose not to join us directly so we can help you directly, then this is where you're going to have to go, okay? This is where you're going to have to go. Nothing is owed to you. Nothing is owed to anyone. This is where you're going to have to go. When the resources are made available, you got to take advantage of the resources. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you take this information, I want you to process it. I want you to make sure that this makes sense to you. And I want you to build your business as a professional. I want you to build your business as a professional and treat other people as professionals. Give other people their time. Know that people are working just as hard to build their businesses and build success at whatever level they deem adequate for them. And you deserve the exact same thing. So with that being said, guys, have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.